Nobody wakes up and decides to stay poor. You're not lazy, you're not stupid, you're probably working harder than most people you know. And yet, here you are. Month after month, the money comes in, the money disappears. And somewhere in the back of your mind, there's this quiet, uncomfortable feeling that something is wrong, but you can't quite name it. I'm going to name it for you today. There are 5 specific behaviors, not circumstances, not bad luck, not the economy. 5 behaviors that keep ordinary, hardworking people financially stuck for their entire lives. And I'll tell you right now, number 4 is the one that's going to sting, because almost everyone does it, including people who think they're being responsible with money. Let's get into it. Reason 1, you spend before you save. Here's how most people handle money. Paycheck arrives, bills get paid, life gets lived, and whatever's left at the end of the month, if anything, gets saved. That's the broke person sequence. And the reason it keeps you broke is simple. There is almost never anything left. Life expands to fill your income. It has always done this. It will always do this. The wealthy do it in reverse. Paycheck arrives, a set amount leaves immediately, straight to savings, straight to investments, before you touch a single dollar for anything else. Then you live on what's left. This is called paying yourself first. It's not new, but the people who actually do it automatically every single month without thinking about it are in a completely different financial universe from the people who intend to do it. The fix is brutal in its simplicity. Set up an automatic transfer the day after payday to a separate account you don't touch, even if it's small, even if it's $30. The amount matters less than the habit. The habit matters less than the automation. You are not disciplined enough to do this manually every month. Nobody is. Remove the decision. Make it automatic. Done. Reason 2. You confuse looking wealthy with being wealthy. The most broke people you'll ever meet often look the most successful. New car, nice apartment, latest phone, fresh outfit every week, and a bank account that would make you cry if you saw it. This is the appearance trap, and it is vicious because it's socially rewarded. People compliment the car, people like the outfit on Instagram. Nobody sees the credit card statement. Real wealth is invisible. The person sitting next to you in a 10-year-old car with a cracked phone case might have $400,000 quietly compounding in an index fund. The person pulling up in the lease isn't building anything. They're performing. Here's the question I want you to sit with. Are your financial decisions optimized for how your life looks or for how your life actually is? Every dollar you spend performing wealth is a dollar that never builds it. Reason 3. You have no relationship with your money. Ask yourself this honestly. Do you know right now exactly how much money you have across all your accounts? Do you know what your 3 biggest monthly expenses are? Do you know how much you spent last month? If the answer to any of those is roughly, or I think, or a long pause, you don't have a relationship with your money. You have a stranger living in your bank account, and you are hoping month to month that the stranger is doing okay. Wealthy people treat their finances the way a good business treats its numbers. They know them, not obsessively, but precisely. They check in, they review, they notice when something's off. This doesn't require a finance degree. It requires 30 minutes a month. Once a month, sit down alone with your bank statements. Look at what came in, look at what went out, look at where you're at. That's it. That one habit, practiced consistently, will do more for your financial life than any app, any book, any YouTube video, including this one. Real quick, if this is hitting home, you're probably not the only one in your circle who needs to hear it. Every week on this channel, we break down exactly how money works. No jargon, no fluff, just the stuff they never taught you in school. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. It's free, and honestly, it might be the most valuable free thing you do today. Reason 4. You're waiting until you earn more to start building wealth. Here it is. Number 4. The belief that has cost more people more wealth than any other single idea on this list. I'll start investing when I earn more. I'll start saving seriously once I pay off this thing. I'll get my finances together when life settles down. Sound familiar? Here's the problem. Life does not settle down. The when never arrives. And every month you wait is not a neutral act. It is an expensive one. The math on waiting is brutal, and it doesn't care about your reasons. Starting at 25 versus starting at 35 with identical monthly contributions can produce a gap of hundreds of thousands of dollars by the time you retire. Not because of what you put in, because of what time does to what you put in. You are not waiting to start building wealth. You are paying a tax on every single month you delay. A tax that never shows up on a bill, a tax that never gets announced, a tax that just quietly takes years of financial freedom from your future self, while your present self waits for conditions that will never be perfect. You don't start when you're ready, you start when you decide. Start with whatever you have right now. Not next month, not after the holiday, now. The version of you who starts today, even imperfectly, even with a tiny amount, will be unrecognizable to the version of you who keeps waiting. Reason 5. You treat every financial setback as a reset. Life will always have emergencies. That is not pessimism, it is accounting. Your car will break down, a medical bill will arrive, something will happen. And when it happens to someone with no financial buffer, it doesn't just cost money. It erases progress, it resets the scoreboard, and worst of all, it confirms the story. Every time I try to get ahead, something drags me back. That story feels true, but it's not the emergency that causes the reset. It's the absence of a wall between your daily life and the emergency. People who build wealth don't have fewer emergencies. They have a buffer that absorbs the emergency without touching their progress. The goal isn't a massive emergency fund. Start with $1,000. Just that. Sitting somewhere, separate, untouched, boring. When the emergency comes, and it will, you handle it without destroying everything else you've built. $1,000 does not make you wealthy, but it stops an emergency from making you poor all over again. 5 reasons. Let's run them back fast. You spend before you save. Flip the sequence. Automated. You perform wealth instead of building it. Choose invisible progress over visible performance. You have no relationship with your money. 30 minutes a month changes that permanently. You're waiting to earn more before you start. You're not waiting, you're paying. Start now. And you treat every emergency as a reset. Build the wall first, even a small one, and protect the progress you make. None of these are complicated. That's the part that's hard to accept, because complicated would mean it's not your fault, but simple means it's within reach, and it is. You don't need a windfall, you don't need a different income, you need different decisions, made consistently, starting today. If number 4 hit you where it was supposed to, share this with someone who's been sitting on that bench. They need to see it. And if you want the next step, the actual investing framework, the debt payoff sequence, how to build real income, it's all here on this channel. Start with the next video. I'll see you there.